Hi there, and today we are going to learn about how to create an animated invitation in Canva. So here I am in my Canva homepage, and from here we need to create a video since that will be the best format to create an animated invitation. So if you want some ideas for creating an invitation, you can search the templates right here in Canva. So just click templates, then type in here invitation, and then you can see a bunch of different invitations right here. But then let's go and create the video right here. So just click video, choose the specific template that you want. So I want to choose a mobile video, and then we are here in the Canva editor. So the first thing that we need is that we need to have an envelope. So what I want to do is that we want to have a closed envelope. Then that envelope will open and then it will reveal the invitation. So from here, go to elements, type in envelope, go to graphics, and then choose the envelope that you want to use. So you can also just choose some photos right here if you want. So it just depends on your preference. So for example, I want to use this envelope right here. And then what we want to do is that first I will change the color. So let's choose a different color than this. So I'll undo the colors here. So I will choose for example, maybe I want this blue color right here. So let's just stick with this. So what we want to do is that we need to have the top part of this envelope. So I will just duplicate the image. So I don't know what happened. So let's duplicate it again. So we have this, and then we're going to crop this. Then we need to have the top part of this envelope like this. And then what we can do is that we can change the color so that it is a bit more darker, so that it suits the color of the envelope right here. So I guess I'll choose a darker color of a blue shade. So maybe this one. So this will look like the closed version of this envelope. And then what we want to do is that we want to have this part of the envelope only. So we can try the background remover right here in Canva. So I'll make a new page, then copy this envelope, and then let's see the background remover right here. So let's just click edit, go to background remover. Then we need to erase the top part of this envelope. So I'll just increase the size so that I can remove this top part. Then let's remove this inside part right here. So it doesn't have to be super clean, but if you can do it, that would be wonderful. And then now we can delete this middle part right here. And then click done. We now have our wrap part right here of the envelope. So now we need these three parts. So we need to have this part of the envelope. So let's wait for it to finish loading. So it is this one. So we just need to align it to our envelope right here. And then we also have our top part. So from here, we need to adjust our base envelope so that it will look like a closed envelope. So I'll just make it like this. Put this one here, and then we have our closed envelope. So we can change the layers so that the flap should be at the front. So now we have our envelope right here. And then you can go ahead and add some graphics so that you can have some style to your envelope. So for example, I want to have like a wedding invitation. So let's see some graphics right here. Then let's say name. So for example, this one, we can just put it right here at the front of the flap. Now we want to have a background image. So let's say wedding background. Then we can choose images from here. So maybe this one. Or maybe I'll just select a photo. So let's go to photos. And then let's choose this photo right here. Or maybe this one. Set it as a background. So I don't think it looks good. So let's choose another photo. Maybe this one. Then we can adjust the transparency. Then right here. Then we can adjust the color of the photo. So let's keep it like this. And then the transparency like that. So now we have our closed envelope, which is the first part of our invitation. Now we can just delete this, then duplicate this part right here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to delete this graphic. Then we are going to flip our flap vertically. So now we have an open envelope. Then you can just use your arrow down keys to remove the excess space from your envelope right here. So now we need to have the content of the envelope. So you can do your content in a lot of ways. So since this is a invitation envelope, so we need to create our invitation right here. So from here, I will just search for some graphics about wedding. So I'll say invitation. We can have a border right here. Like that. And then we have here our title. Then we need to have our text. So I'll say you are invited. Then let's change the font to a cursive font. So for example, like this. So now we have our invitation. So I can just group this. Then I can copy this and put it right here to the inside of our envelope. Then let's adjust the layer so that it is inside of our envelope right here. So like that. And then you can also insert some other content. So for example, I will just search for some wedding photos right here. For example, this one. I can just make it smaller so that it fits the envelope. So I think I want a different photo right here. So I'll just delete this. Then just choose this one. And then adjust the layer so that it is behind our envelope. Now, we can duplicate this page. So we can delete this. And then from here, we will choose our photo right here. And we will drag it so that it will come out of the envelope. So we have this. And then for the next part, we can choose the wedding invitation to come out. So now we have a closed envelope, and then it will open, it will bring out the image, and then it will bring out the wedding invitation. Now we can close the envelope. We can duplicate this part and then duplicate the first part, and then you can change the alignment of the envelope right here. So I'll just group it. And then for example, I want to have a diagonal arrangement of this envelope. And then now the only thing that we need to do is to add transitions. So just go to the middle of each page and then let's choose match and move for our transition animations. So for the first part, make sure it is in 0.1 seconds. And then for the second part, let's match and move. So 0.5 is okay. As well as for this one, this one, this one, and then for the last part, it is this one. And then we can see how it looks like. So we can decrease the timing so that we only have a minimum time for opening the envelope. So this one, we can leave it at 2 seconds. This one, 3 seconds. On this one, I'll say 1 second and then 1 second. So now we can play our animations to see how it looks like. So click on play. We have our invitation opening showing the photos and the actual invitation, and then we have it like this. So we can change this one. So let's see transition from this part. So what we can do is that we can duplicate this part. Then we should close this flap first. So that it will close it. And then move the invitation like this. And then that is it. So that is how we can create an animated invitation here in Canva. I hope you learn how to do it, and thank you for watching.